what they need to sell at EB Games, they need to have a box of Steam keys, and they need to sell them like loot boxes. You pay $5, you reach inside, you pull out a Steam code, right? Maybe it's like Minecraft. Maybe it's Expedition 33.
Maybe it's Super Meat Boy.
You're right. Maybe it's like $1.
Maybe it's Fresh Women, Volume 1.
Yeah, exactly.
Either
have
way,
like
the
an
consumer
18
wins.
plus.
Too much energy.
Too much energon, like this podcast.
Cheetor, what in the ever-loving fuck have you done?
If I wanted to fly, I would have become a bat, not a rat.
It seems my head is purple fire now.
Intelligent conversation.
The louder you yell, the more damage your bullets do.
Ah! Yes. Oh, yes. Yes.
Well,
It's gonna blow.
I've decided that I want to live.
No. Not that. Ah!
greetings, Anglemoy capsules. Welcome back to Too Much Energon, the podcast where sea brontosauruses are real and scorpions are not arachnids. I'm one of your hosts, Christopher Siege.
I'm your other host, NeoCal.
Today on Too Much Energon, episode 153, we are talking about episodes 2, 3, and 4 of Beast Wars Neo, and they are titled as follows: Chase the Mysterious Capsule, Burning Heart Below Freezing, and Hang in There, Stampy.
Mm-hmm.
How we doing today, Cal?
Oh, we're doing pretty good. Had coffee. Remembered to take my medication, which
That's
I didn't
important.
for the last 2 days. Took the cats outside.
Don't want to have any energon shorting out happenings. Yeah.
And I ate Pop-Tarts for the first time in years.
Ugh.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like Pop Tarts very much. I gotta be honest. I liked them when I was a kid, but
You know what's weird? You'd think the fruit ones or whatever would be better. The chocolate, like the s'more ones, are really good, like chocolate and marshmallow.
yeah, weird.
So yeah, that's me. How about yourself?
You know, I'm not crazy about chocolate, especially as I get older. I tend to prefer fruit flavored things.
Hmm.
So in the rare cases where I buy like ice cream or whatever, it's going to be. I really like buying are those like Del Monte like frozen fruit pop things.
Those are just fucking good.
I would much rather have that than like ice cream or like a chocolate bar or anything like that.
What else?
I do have some Nanaimo bars in my freezer though.
Nanaimo bars are just fucking great though.
Yep. Named after my hometown where they were invented. And that's
Tell
not
us in the comments what your local rebranding of Nanaimo bars are called.
Yes, shout out to some of our listeners who have shared with us in the past their local snackeries take on a Nanaimo bar, and let me tell you, most of them are quite wrong.
Or they renamed them like, what have we, like icing squares, or I can't remember. Like they've been rebranded. I can't remember any of them, but I've seen them in Seattle called something else, but like identical looking to the Nanaimo bars and in the Starbucks like in Vancouver. And I'm like, hey, don't rename those.
Yeah.
You sons of bitches.
The only thing worthwhile that Nanaimo has ever had going for it.
Their only claim to fame and only positive light in the darkness that is Nanaimo are taking credit for Nanaimo bars.
Nanaimo bars and the smooth jazz of Diana Krall.
Oh, Nanaimo? I didn't know.
Yeah, there's in downtown Nanaimo where the library is actually called Diana Krall Square because Yeah, she's from Nanaimo.
Today I learned.
Yeah. If you don't know if you don't know who Diana Krall is, if you like your jazz extra smooth, seek out some Diana Krall.
And if you like your Beast Wars extra smooth, do we not have the episode for you?
If you like your Beast Wars extra creamy, then you want it Nanaimo style. I don't know where I was going with
Nanaimo
that.
style. Colada, cream down.
Stampy, cream pie.
Oh. Stampy, engage, smooth jazz.
You know what surprises me is in Beast Wars Neo, there's no girl Transformer.
Why? Yeah, why? Was there a
I guess
girl
there wasn't in
Transformer
Beast
in
Wars Second either.
Beast Wars Second? No. Girls don't watch these shows, so why would they put a girl in there?
But how? But how can we win the Beast Wars without Black Arachnia and her golden tits? Yes.
Shape them so that they're very breast-like. Yes. No. Make sure it's not obvious, but there is some resemblance to a nipple on the end. Good.
Here's something I found out
Now
recently.
give her hips that don't lie.
Here's something I found out recently. Black Arachnia was actually designed because the artist who working at Mainframe who like came up with her like character design couldn't really like figure out how to design her, so they took him to a strip. And one night they went out to a strip club, and apparently he got like he was really into this one like Asian stripper in at some at some Vancouver strip club, and
so you're saying there's a real Black Arachnia out there somewhere?
He designed
probably
Black
like
Arachnia.
55 years old right now.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, that was like 30 years ago. Yeah, so Black Arachnia was designed after. Her design was based on some Asian stripper at a Vancouver strip club that some artist
Uncredited.
just happened to have like a massive boner for her.
And he's like, good. Now I can design freely. I did not know that. Well,
good. Let
so
the
what you're
energy
saying is,
flow through my veins.
Good.
No, not big, throbbing, veiny energon. Yes.
No, so much so I can't even go into alt mode.
Oh.
Well, folks.
Yeah,
we did it. We talked about Nanaimo bars and strippers. Have a good night.
A strip club actually just opened in Nanaimo recently.
No, I don't believe you.
There's been some controversy about that because right around the corner is the news media keeps advertising it. Like every time I see like an article about this, they keep advertising it as a children's dance studio. It's just a dance studio that does like kids classes during the day. And people in Nanaimo are like clutching their pearls about this, being like, "Oh, it's so wildly inappropriate that you would open
these same kids
that would
have
open
like smartphones and they can Google boobs whenever they fucking want." Like,
well, what I find funny too is the where this strip club has opened is, you know, that alleyway off of Commercial Street that has the Palace in it. Used to have the Jungle back in the day. The Jungle was a fucking strip club for a while. there have been a couple of strip clubs in that exact like alleyway multiple times in the past.
Depends if the blue wave has taken over Nanaimo. Anyone listening to us, Canada likes to be unique, and our conservatives are blue, and our liberal party is red.
That's right.
Did the old switcheroo on you.
Yeah, just to keep things interesting.
Also, because we're interesting, our conservative party is called the Conservative Party, and our liberals are called the Liberal Party. Wouldn't want to name them something crazy like New Democratic Party.
Or the People's Party of Canada. Are basically our alt-right like Maple MAGA party. See, our
Not
conservatives
to be
aren't
confused with our French party.
our conservative party, they're kind of pieces of shit, but they're not as bad as like the Republican Party in the US. I'll give them that. Just give them time. I'm sure they'll get there eventually, but our real like shitbag party is the People's Party of Canada, which I think it actually the party was founded in 2020 in response to COVID restrictions, and they've just gone downhill from there. But I
Oh,
remember,
downhill. Okay, I would have thought with
oh no,
certain
they
events that they would have gained steam.
oh no, I meant they've gone even further downhill from there. I mean, they've gotten even more insane.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought you meant less popular.
Uh,
No, you meant
yeah,
more batshit.
yeah, more bad shit. But I remember someone. This was when the party. I was aware of them by this already because I try to. I don't. I try to keep up with Canadian politics, but I try. I don't. I don't. I don't know. I don't bury myself in it, but I try to
You
be
see,
aware of what's
listeners,
going on.
much like the rest of the world, and much like it should be, Canadian politics is mostly like eye-wateringly boring. Um, instead of it
Not
being a reality TV show like it may be
not,
in your country.
not so much these days. There's been a
Yeah,
lot of drama
not
with
so much.
the BC Conservative Party lately. But anyway, where I was going with that was there was a woman. This was back in like 2021, I think,
I knew it.
who was out canvassing for the People's Party of Canada. She was like handing out pamphlets, out in front of like a store that I was going into,
Mhm.
and she gets my attention and she's like, "Oh, here, take this pamphlet if you want to, and vote for us in the upcoming election if you want to take back your freedom." And I take it from her, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm really interested. Could I take a few of those to give to some of my friends?" And she's like, "Oh yeah, yeah, sure. Here, take a bunch of them." She gives me like 5 or 6 of them, and I was like, "Thanks." And I walk over right in front of her and throw them in the garbage.
I think that's pretty funny.
My partner at the time who was with me thought it was hilarious.
That's pretty fucking funny. Oh, can I take a few of them to give to my friends?
I just fucking throw them in the trash right in front of her.
Says not, does not explain. Walks away.
I just like gave her like a big like stupid like smile and then just walked away.
She's like, son of a bitch.
Anyway,
It's always weird whenever I see, but we'll move on. But it's always weird whenever I see like very, I'm not gonna say like conservative, I'm gonna say like regressive party dynamics, and then like women like promoting them.
I
It
know.
was like, if
Yeah.
you want to like, hey, vote for us if you want to take away like bodily autonomy and like my ability to vote. And it's like, are you okay? Blink twice like really fast right now if you need if you need help. But that's the thing. I'm seeing it more and more.
We have a completely like wackadoo, like batshit, like Trump loving, like Maple MAGA woman at my work.
Oh, like
Yeah.
51st state.
Oh yeah, totally.
Like,
And she's a
oh,
lesbian too.
reminds me, I've shared with you, I've got a gay like married friend, like the only like gay couple, and like I'm not gonna dox them, but like
Yeah, yeah.
whatever, but like he's 51st state, like super pro like manga dude, and I'm like, who do you think they're coming for after they get rid of like
Yeah,
Get rid of the trans.
exactly. Yeah. Once they get rid of like the current group that they're scapegoating, they're just going to move on to another one. Um,
Hmm.
but yeah, this woman is like kind of hilarious because like it's just some of the stuff that comes out of her mouth. Like I overheard her the other day talking to someone about how like Trump's brother is like, and she was saying this with like a complete like straight face, like she actually believes it, but like Trump's brother is like a like quantum leaping like dimensional
Oh,
like time
that.
traveler.
I know exactly.
I didn't care enough to actually even look into this, but I was just like I'm listening to this and I'm like I knew this woman
Quantum leap.
was a bit of a loon, but like holy fuck nuggets. This is insane.
Ziggy says we can't leap until we make sure that Trump can't run for a third term. Like,
Yeah. Anyway. um
well, we've come a long way since the water's making the frogs gay being the most ridiculous thing we've ever heard, huh?
she also thinks that the Picton murders were actually done by Justin Trudeau.
Like personally,
Yeah.
like not like some regime, but like by the individual.
Yeah. And that one I actually looked
That's
up.
not even conspiracy.
That one I
Oh,
actually looked up, and that is a conspiracy theory that's floating around. And it
what
stems
the?
from the fact that Trudeau back in the late 90s was a like part-time substitute teacher at a high school that was an hour
Oh,
and a
I've
half
heard.
drive away from the Picton farm.
I
So
kind of
because of
heard about
that,
right.
merely because of that, obviously he was the one actually committing the Picton murders.
Not the guy that admitted to it.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have no idea what we're talking about currently, one of the most,
Infamous Canadian serial killers.
I wouldn't even say Canadian, like worldwide, like might have some sort of like record, like horrendous. Like they don't even know the numbers.
Mm-hmm.
It it's it's up there. It makes Dexter, the fictional serial killer, seem like a newbie. It's quite I won't get into the targets of him and why that's a problem in of itself, because that gets into broader racial
Mm-hmm.
problems in like Canada and stuff. But yeah, Google Picton if you are the true crime sort of rabbit hole person, and be prepared for horrendousness.
Mm-hmm.
Because let me tell you, if you want to be a serial killer, apparently the way to do it is own a hog farm.
And target a specific marginalized ethnic group of women.
It's known for disappearing and nobody caring.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, on to the very also equally abysmal. No. The show the show is not nearly as abysmal as that.
Enough
But,
talking about politics. Let's talk about war.
exactly. Enough talk about politics. You know, I listen to you guys so that you can talk about cartoon animals shooting each other. And here you are going on about things like racial inequality in Canada. Yeah, so we'll jump into it. Maybe at the big we'll be like, if you want to skip ahead, click here. I mean, we've never done that, but it's funny to think.
We've never done that before, and we're not going to today. No.
No. So the first episode we're covering is episode 2. Chase
Yep.
the mysterious capsule. Because as we left off, the capsules are everywhere.
Yeah.
And everybody after them.
All across the galaxy.
All across the galaxy. They just out there.
Great setup for a great premise, great setup for a show. Going from place to place.
Honestly,
Yeah.
then you can make planets whatever you want. You kind of Star Trekky, right?
Yeah, totally. And
Right?
indeed, that is seems to be what the structure of this show is. We're just going from planet to planet. Every planet is different. looking for the angle slam capsules.
Hell yeah.
On paper, on a conceptual level, there's a lot of potential there. That's really fun. That's really interesting. The execution, however, is
It's flawless. Great.
the execution from the people who brought you Beast Wars Second is well.
I
Anyway,
think it's more tolerable. You're gonna have a better time just because
it is more tolerable. Yeah, it
at
is
least
better.
at least the threats and mysteries are interesting, right? Whereas it's not just animals like arguing with each other going he and then like the same thing happening over and over again.
Smelling flowers and being in love with an octopus girl. Oh, there was a girl transformer on that show. There was the octopus.
Oh shit, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Well,
maybe they'll introduce
maybe
some female transformers. Yes.
some lady formers, if you will.
Lady femformers. Fembots. No, fembots. What is that from? Whenever
Well,
I think of fembots, I think of Austin Powers with like the boob cannons.
I think back in like the 60s, fembot was just a term for like a hot woman. I'm not 100% sure about that, but like the term dates back to like the 60s.
Oh, interesting. I did not know. So
There's a Frank Zappa song called from like 1970 called Fembot in a Wet T-shirt.
hell, how did I not know this?
It's actually a pretty good song.
Cultural
of-
meaning, pop
off of-
music.
Off of Joe's Garage,
Today I learned.
which is a good Frank Zappa album.
So we're chasing the mysterious capsule, everyone.
We're chasing to the first planet we go to on this intrepid Star Trek, if you will.
Trekking through the stars.
Trekking through the stars.
A sun jaunt, if you will.
We go to the planet God Bless.
Yeah. So we go to a planet, God bless. It has like a medieval era group of sentient, intelligent species that are kind of cat people.
Cat people, yep.
They wear clothes and they're cute little cat people. They're God-fearing folk, as they should be, as they should be. And they find out they're stacking and stockpiling orange oil.
Yes, this planet is robust in oranges, and the cat people of God Bless use it to make orange oil, which I didn't know was a thing that you could do.
So it's
But I
not
guess you
orange
could-
juice, the peel.
I guess you can make oil out of anything if you have God on your side.
Hey, if you've got on your side, you can make oil out of anything. So we find out that the oil is being gathered,
Mm-hmm.
and for some reason, the only one guarding the copious piles of orange oil, which all the Maximals want to eat, is a little kid. Because
And
if
the
I'm making an
Predacons,
offering
it
to
turns
God,
out, want to steal.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm just like, yes, the nefarious plot of the Predacons to achieve galactic conquest by stealing orange oil from cat people.
I said this to Siege when we watched the episodes, and I'll say it again. If you gave me an infinite amount of guesses and an infinite amount of time, there's not a universe out there where I could have guessed the plot of this.
Mm-hmm.
So when the Maximals are like, God, yeah, right. We kind of jumped around like a little bit, but while they're coming to the planet, they get a vision of Transformer God, who pretty sick fucking cloak, I must say, who appears to them in space.
In space, he is a giant. He's a Titan class, Titan class Transformer. Which, if they made a Titan class of whatever this guy's name is, like whoever this guy is, I'd consider buying it.
Pretty cool looking.
He's got like an Optimus Prime type head, which I guess in the Japanese like Transformers lore, like every
It's
Prime,
like a convoy type
every
or
like
prime type head.
Prime like slash convoy like have very similar heads, and I guess
Yeah.
Primal in Beast Wars did too. So, um,
Yeah.
so anyway, he's got like an Optimus Prime type head, and he's wearing a big, huge, regal, like red cloak with huge ass, like golden shoulder pads. He's pretty sick
Like the
looking.
golden pauldron type, like neck and a neck. Can't remember what those are called, like circlet or like whatever. Looks really
The
cool. And
Spawn
regal is
thing.
the good word. Yeah.
Yeah, he's very
A
regal looking.
spawn type thing. Yeah. And it's like, hey, I'm your god. Fuck off. This planet's off limits.
I am the Cybertron's god.
And they're like, at some point, they don't say this right away, but my initial thought is, okay, like let's say it is or whatever. Would Cybertron God say, hey, I'm the Cybertron God? Isn't that it's kind of weird,
Go
right?
away.
Go away if you're gay. Stay if you want to slay. And we at some point, maybe it's the
If you're
beginning, we jump
hungry,
in
grab a tray.
if you're hungry, grab a tray. If you're a maximal, don't delay. Pack it up, pack it in. Let me
Act
begin.
now and save today. Oh, Christ!
Fuck, it just turned into like like an what are those called? Shopping channel.
Yeah.
Like advertisement for 5 easy payments of $99.99. It can be yours today. So what sparks
All
off this
major credit cards accepted.
except American Express?
Cash, check, money order. No
Oh, God.
CODs.
Oh wow, now I'm having flashbacks to going to my grandma's house. So they're like, oh, that's weird. Why would the god of all Transformers ask for our credit card information?
Yeah.
And they're like, let's proceed with caution. What sparked off this whole thing was a giant chunk of the planet just took off, just became a floating mountain.
We're doing the floating mountain thing again.
And I'm like, oh, cool. We don't know why yet.
Yeah.
But we're going to find out that these capsules kind of...
Unfortunately, in this case, it is not due to the presence of too much energon.
No, it's due to the presence of possibly mysterious capsule, because we find out that when we jump over to the Preds, they're making fun of a guy, and it's like, oh, you can like turn into a flower. Like you're leaving him in charge of this. And Magmatron's like, yeah. And we come into a problem that I see recurring now. Most of the conflict happens because one side or both sides go, you go deal with this by yourself.
Yeah.
And the rest of them all hang out on the ship.
Particularly the leaders.
Yes. Or half of you go and investigate this. And then what ends up happening is they're like, oh shit, they're in trouble. The rest of you should go and help them. And then by the end of the episode, what ends up happening is then the leaders, or one leader from either side, they stagger their entrance.
Yes.
Now that could be really cool, like for a movie or for like one episode.
Yes. Yeah. How I interpret it, understand it as happening so far is basically, like you said, one side goes in to do
one
something.
side beats the other side.
One side goes in to do something. It's usually only one or two of them.
Yep.
They fuck up somehow.
Mm-hmm.
And then the leader swoops in and has to like seize the day.
Siege the day. Yes.
Yeah, siege the
Um,
day.
quite literally, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, siege. They do kind of siege the day, particularly Big Cannon. But I get ahead of myself. Um,
I do
there are a
find it
few.
pretty hype when Convoy comes in and is all like, "Big cannon, go!"
And how he wields it's cool.
Yeah,
But it can wear out its welcome. So what happens is they're like, okay, this isn't really God. Um, we need to
because
like
God is
disbelieve
dead.
because God is dead, and we the sin we must live with is knowing we destroyed him. Um, that actually sounds like a way more interesting overarching plot for Transformers, like trying to like find or like come to here's one. Predacons have come to the and accepted that they destroyed Primus and
Yes,
that it won't come back. The Maximals believe that they can find him somewhere in the galaxy and bring him back. I'm open to contracts. Hasbro.
the
Just say,
mate
is it Hasbro?
the Matrix has been missing for like a millennia. To the point that it like some Maximals don't even believe that the Matrix is real
Ever
anymore.
existed? Yeah,
Um,
or doesn't exist anymore.
or doesn't or never existed to begin with. The Predacons have like taken over Cybertron. They're the ruling class of Cybertron. And the Cybertron has become basically desolate, and Primus is dead from it. The planet is kind of just the lifeless husk of Primus.
Mm.
Uh, Optimus, whatever, believes that whatever his name would be in this show, believes that the key to awakening Primus is actually finding the Matrix. And because Primus has been dead for so long, the planet is actually decaying to the point that it's going to become uninhabitable. So, a small team of Maximals go out on this journey to try and find the Matrix wherever it could be in the galaxy. And everywhere they go to, they find like a new clue, like leading them to another place.
Mm-hmm.
They
Mm-hmm.
also have some Predacons chasing them because the Predacons don't want them to find the Matrix because they don't want Cybertron restored.
They're about moving on and moving forward or making a new Cybertron. Their whole like pitch and recruitment is that
They believe that that bringing Primus back to life would destroy Cybertron as they know it.
or that relying on Primus made them weak.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
There we go. And that if we cannot survive like without Primus, then we don't deserve to. So theirs is about strength and like independence. There we go.
You know what I say, Optimus? Fuck Primus.
There we go. We did it. We made a better we're available.
Actually,
for
that sounds like a
consultation,
pretty interesting show, honestly.
right. Sometimes we accidentally make a more interesting premise or funny, like in the case of the Raptorbot Chronicles, but
Yeah.
in this case, genuinely more interesting.
Folks, let us know in the comments. Do you want to hear our do you want to see our fanfic like Transformers show?
Maybe that's what the tabletop RPG we might run
Ooh.
would be about.
I still think we should do a Transformers RPG game as a podcast. Originally,
yeah.
I wanted to turn Too Much Energon into that, but I think we could still
It'd
do,
be
I
its
don't know,
own.
spin it off into its own thing.
Yeah, spin it off into its own thing. So what happens in Chase the Mysterious Capsule is the other Predacons seem weirded out because apparently what's the flower guy? Which one is he? The one that like makes the illusions and
I don't remember.
Saberback dinosaur. Can't remember exactly which one it is. There's a flower Predacon.
Saberback,
They
yeah.
Saberback. They find out. No, Dino, a dinosaur. I can't remember. One of them is like in space.
The dinosaur is the ship. Is the Predacon
Right.
ship.
The dinosaur is that's right. And for whatever reason, Saberback is just hanging out by himself. Well, when
Far inferior name to Galvaberg 2.
far inferior, Galvaberg too. So eventually they find out
Where was the
that
Galvaberg one? Nobody knows.
nobody knows. The Maximals eventually find out that their god was a lie and that they're being tricked. And my favorite plot of this is, all right, let's go down and get the Engelmois capsule. And Saberback being like, no. I'm tricking the locals into giving me their orange oil.
Yeah.
And Magmatron being like, okay, we'll wait until
Steal
you can get
all
all
of the
their
orange
oil.
oil.
And then we'll steal it all and heist them. And I'm like, you guys aren't worried about Maximals coming and thwarting this plan? Like, you can just leave like right now with like a ton of shit. And they don't. But he doesn't send anyone else to like back up Saberback. And then when they finally do, it's like 3-on-3. When they find the Anglemoy capsule, it's like literally like an 8-foot long, like it's about as big as them, but they can pick it up like a football.
I've noticed in these episodes the Anglemoy capsules vary in size. Also, one thing that I think is kind of interesting is it seems like each one has a different like magical property to it.
Yes. In this case, it is making the section on the planet fly.
It's making the section on the planet fly, yes.
The floating mountain, if you will.
And I think the implication is that Saberback, that's his name?
Yeah.
Saberback's ability to project like a big like god illusion in the sky. The cat people say that it looks like their like big cat god is what they see.
Right.
And the Transformers
like, huh.
And the Transformers see Titan Convoy here.
Yeah.
I think the implication, my understanding was that it was the Anglemoy capsule that was giving Saberback the ability to create these projections.
Oh.
Because they talk about it being like a magical power of his, but like the Predacons on the dinosaur are like, what? You've never had magic before?
I thought maybe he just hid his illusions well, but yeah, maybe you're right.
Yeah,
Why doesn't Saberback just
on.
live here and be worshipped as a god?
Because Magmatron will reward us.
Magmatron will reward us with orange oil. So the keep away killed me. They're literally running around on the surface of the floating like island, like throwing the capsule back, being like, "Whoa, go for it!" By the way, all of them can fly. I didn't realize that before this episode. You can just like jump up and fly in the air for a while.
Do you remember
or go right into space?
Do you remember on the last episode how I said that I thought Colada the snake was the smart one of the group? Boy, this episode proves me wrong on that.
Because he sure isn't.
Because the first half of the episode is Colada and Longrack on the planet, and holy fuck, Colada is dumb.
He's the bully. That's what I've noticed. Longrack is like the
Longrack's
kind
actually
of smart one.
He's the smart like leader like type.
He's the leader type, yeah. He's the one that's kind of like, don't run if we just don't believe in this like Titan class, like prime god. It can't hurt us. But then they see it breaking down like mountains and the rock as it walks toward them, and they're like, oh shit, it's not real, and it's gonna step on them. There's like a commercial like cut as it like steps on them, but then when it comes back from like commercial, they like look around and they're fine. And he's like, I freaking knew it. That's how that's all busted. What happens is there's some conflict with the Predacons, which is interesting. Um, which one are they? I can't remember exactly which one, but Saber, some of them want to take like credit for
Yeah.
like getting the capsule.
Hey, Saberback, toss me the Anglemoy capsule. Fuck you! I want to deliver this to Magmatron myself.
Right, and it's like we're not gonna like try to, he knows that. Here's where that breaks down. It's like Magmatron knows that you've been on the planet doing this.
Yeah.
Like he's not gonna think the people he just sent out 2 minutes ago were responsible for like all of this, but whatever. Eventually they play keep away and the three stay to fight the three Maximals. And you would think this would be like a win for like the Predacons. Like that's kind of how OG Beast Wars went. Like it was like, oh, the the capsules found by the Maximals, and then one for the Predacons, and another one for the Predacons, but one for the Maximals, right? Nope. Big convoy comes out of nowhere because they fly their spaceship right next to them with the remaining Maximals, right? And they begin shooting at everyone. And they're like, oh man. And then before Saberback gets away, Big Convoy is like, big cannon, and shoots him, snipes him, and they manage to get the capsule. The rest of the Predacons are somewhere else in space on their ship doing nothing. Why did they send 3? Why didn't they all go just like the Maximals did? And that's going to be a reoccurring thing. Like, for instance, I really like their cat people. The Maximals are nice and returned all their orange oil. It was hinted at they wouldn't be able to make it through the winter because they use it as a power source. So they're glad that they have it all back. So I like the floating island. The floating island, once the capsule's removed, descends and thankfully gently lands back in the hole that it made when it dislodged.
It would have been funny if
I
it
could
came,
imagine
like
that
crashing
ending
down. And just,
I can imagine, and all the cat people like running away.
Creates like
as
a
it
fucking
destroys their
crater in the planet.
civilization.
Cat
Or a
people
crater.
cat people are all dead because the
It
planet's
causes
now
like a nuclear
uninhabitable.
winter, right? Like it makes it become uninhabitable because let me tell you that if that just fell due to the gravity of the planet, that would be bad news bears. But no, it gently floats down and lands in the. And by the way, it's so big, like you can see the chunk of the planet missing from space. Like it's gigantic. It would have like ended the planet.
Could you imagine
Good
the
point.
Maximals like would have inadvertently like caused like mass genocide?
Like wiped out like a sentient, like intelligent race.
I want to watch
And
that
we'd be
episode
like,
of Beast Wars Neo.
well, at least we got the capsules. And then like Big Convoy just writes in his log like planet God bless. Uninhabited by intelligent life.
Convoy's log supplemental. The planet Godbless has been found to be uninhabited. We are but we have recovered the Anglemoy capsule and we are continuing on with our journey. Credits.
Well,
do we want to rate the episodes as we go or do it all at the end?
I was going to ask you about that because like the episodes are very, I feel like they would dilute each other if we did it all at the end.
Fair enough.
You know what I mean? Like we'd always kind of be like, it would be this, and it would kind of like average out. So if we do like mini ratings in between.
So here on Too Much Energon, we rate episodes of Beast Wars, episodes of Beast Machines, episodes of Transformers War for Cybertron, Beast Wars comics, Beast Wars video games, Beast Wars board games, Beast Wars card games, and random Christmas-themed episodes of Transformers Animated, here on the Too Much Energon scale. which ranges from not enough energon to a sufficient amount of energon to too much energon. It's basically bad, okay, good.
Mhm.
Cal, chase the mysterious capsule.
It's hard because it's like, how do I put away the weird dumb things? Like, why don't they just send everyone?
Yeah.
Why did they send 3? Why did the rest come back? Where are the Predacons? The rest are just like sitting there and there. If the Maximals got here second after the Predacons, how come their ship is closer? And
I
do you know
think
what I
with this,
mean?
I
But
think
if I,
with this show, I think we kind of, especially now that we watched a few episodes and are already
yeah,
seeing like the same patterns forming,
yeah,
I think you kind of have to grade this show on a curve and just like
and
accept
that's
the like
the
flaws,
silly flaws
the
with
flaws in the
logistics
writing.
and
You
yeah,
kind of just have to like accept that as just part
that's
of the show.
exactly what I was going to do. But if I take the creativity and the illusion, like the design of Saberback with his like weird flower that kind of like projects illusions, the cat people, their interaction with them, how Longrack is like kind to the cat people. Meanwhile, like Colada is like on the side being like, come on, let me eat some orange oil, right? Because Transformers energy rich things, and Maximals were made so that they could eat and digest like food, right?
Hmm.
So it's funny like watching them fiend over that. If I take away all the, well, this ended with just this, and why didn't they show up here? This is really imaginative and cool. And so I'm going to give this one too much energon because, again, wildly unpredictable and like quite interesting, showing like the Predacons bickering about credit, orange oil even being a thing, and the god-fearing cat people that named their planet God Bless. Like it's wild, so it gets too much energon from me. How about yourself?
I'm going to echo that and follow it up with saying I think of the trio that we're reviewing today, this is the best of the bunch.
Mm.
Yeah, there are some like fundamental problems with like the logic in the storytelling, but as I
Well,
said,
we're gonna see that every
we're
episode.
we're gonna see that every episode, and you kind of just have to roll with it.
Yeah.
You kind of just have to you kind of just have to like go to beast mode with it. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I'll echo that. It's a low too much energon for me.
Hmm.
It's not a
It's
very
the cat.
passionate.
It's
It's
the
not a very passionate
god-fearing
one.
cat people that really push it over the into too much energon rating for me.
Floating Mountain's cool. Anglemoy capsule giving mind illusion powers. It's kind of cool.
Hmm.
The like Titan God is pretty rad. I want to see
Right.
more of that.
Too bad it's not real and it was just an illusion and we'll never see him again.
Or will we? I think Unicron comes into play in this show eventually.
Oh shit.
So that's something to look forward to. So maybe there is room for Titan class Transformers
Maybe.
making an appearance. So
They'll have to
yeah,
make a lot of room. Yeah.
dispassionate, too much energon from me.
Okay, okay. So still unanimous decision, off to a strong start. Um, we were on a cat planet. How about we go to an ice planet?
Now we're speaking my language.
Right?
So next,
And breaks language, because all the Maximals complain and are shivering.
this episode is called "Burning Heart Below Freezing,"
Hmm.
which sounds like the name of a song, really.
It does.
Yeah.
Burning Heart Below Freezing. We can't remember the exact pacing of it, but we get to see weird little, well, little, we find out later, gigantic seal cats, seal dog people. And there's a brother
I
and
am the walrus. Cuckoo, cuckoo?
Cuckoo Cuckoo. Um,
Question mark?
and it's an older brother trying to teach his younger brother how to swim. And I'm of two. I'm of two minds for this.
So
One,
this
go ahead.
episode didn't. Once we find out what has happened in this episode, I kind of wanted it to go a certain direction, and it didn't go in that direction.
Okay.
Unfortunately, because it's a kid show, so I can see why they didn't go there. But the implication is that this walrus kid, whatever he
Yeah.
is, and he doesn't even get introduced into the episode until probably a third of the way into it. A lot of the beginning of the episode is just the Maximals arriving on the planet, them all being cold.
I did laugh because it was like, all right, Maximal's head out, and Big Convoy and Break turn because and it turns and it shows them all completely frozen, like crystals.
Hmm.
And I was like, wait, legit, or is this like a visual gag? It's a visual gag. After a commercial break,
Yeah.
they're fine. I did laugh at that part because I'm like, and they're fucking dead. They're just dead. But no, it's just a visual gag. But Break is sent ahead.
Break is sent ahead. He goes to beast mode. He's loving it. He's
having a great time.
He's a penguin. He loves the cold. And I'm like, yes, I'm with you there, Break.
There's some funny banter because he radios while he's like ice skating around in his penguin form, having a great time.
He looks really cute. He looks
It's
really
pretty cute.
It's pretty
I will
cute.
give this show this much: the Maximals are cuter.
Yeah.
And he's going around, and Big Convoy is like radioing him, and he's like, "Hey, Frank, you're not fucking around though, right? Like we're on a mission."
Mm-hmm.
And the capsule like energy signature is moving, so I need to quit. Like if you're just playing around, can you stop it? And he's like, oh, how did he know? I'm not playing around, I'm looking for it. And he's like, okay, let us know when you're blah blah blah. I liked that part.
Yeah, me too. I was like,
They can have fun.
Yeah.
But the rest of them are kind of like using their powers to like cut through the ice much more slowly.
Break ends up encountering this walrus boy, and we find out in a flashback.
The emo walrus boy, yeah.
Yeah, emo walrus boy, who I thought was a girl at first for some reason, but turns out it's not.
Yeah, in the flashback, we find out that his big brother was trying to teach him how to swim, and he's like, "Dude, how do you not swim? Like our species is like naturally like good in the water." I'm of two minds with this.
I just don't like swimming. Okay, I'd rather play Super Nintendo in my room.
Right? I'm of two minds with this. One is,
which I feel you there.
Can you just like fucking swim? He being a sniveling, like whiny little bitch. He's I think he's pretending not to know how to swim because he's just like afraid and like lazy.
Yeah.
And the other part of me is, this is how you get a kid to never learn how to swim in their fucking life.
Yeah.
And it's like abusive because the bigger brother just says, get in there, you'll figure it out. It reminds me of all the people I've met who's like, dad threw them off a dock. And they're like, that's how I learned how to swim. That's how you are. And like they almost drowned as
my uncle did that to me when I was like 7 years old. And yes, I almost drowned because no, I did not magically learn how to swim.
And
just simply because my life depended on it.
Right. And so Ivan X, who like never learned how to swim because like that was their experience with deep water.
You know who else you know who can't swim?
Who?
This guy.
And why would you? Because like your first time it was like, oh, get in there and figure it out. I'll be on the dock here sipping a beer.
Yeah.
And so I'm of two minds where I'm like, you're a seal. Swim, you little bitch. But then the other mind, like if we're treating them like humans, it's like, man, like fuck this bigger brother. I'm glad he's dead.
Well, and that's the thing is like Big Brother jumps in the water and starts swimming around. He's like, He's like, see how easy it is.
Look how easy it is.
You fucking loser. Like, it's easy. What's wrong with you? You're
What's
stupid.
wrong with you?
You're stupid. That's what your problem is.
Are you stupid and lazy? Yeah. So
And you're
I'm
fat.
like,
And you're fat too.
and you're fat too.
Probably
Probably a
gay.
small dick. Probably gay.
um, and so I'm actually kind of feeling bad for
Me too. Yeah.
for Walrus Boy, emo Walrus Boy. And he starts like crying and like cursing out like his brother as his brother is like making fun of him in the water. And I can't remember how, but like the Angle Moy capsule ends up like rolling up behind him and like is against the back of his foot. And as he's like freaking out, like cursing out his brother, he inadvertently like freezes the ocean.
Indeed the planet, because it
A-
comes out of like the crust of the planet and turns the planet into an ice planet,
And his brother
or
is
the moon, or whatever, wherever
frozen
they are. Yeah.
in a block of ice because of this.
Basically put into cryo.
And so my immediate thought is like, holy shit, this kid just inadvertently like fucking murdered his brother.
Right?
And
Because
that's what
everyone said they've hated their parents or like their sibling at
And
some point, but
and
didn't mean it.
that's what I meant where I'm like when I said that I wanted the episode to go in a particular direction, that's where I wanted it to go and have to witness this like emo walrus kid like actually have to like deal with the guilt over the fact that he just like killed his brother.
So we find out
It doesn't go there though.
no. We find out that like either on purpose or not on purpose, I'm not sure. Underneath his like balls, his tail, his gut, this kid has been dragging the capsule around with him.
Yeah.
Like it's underneath his like butt, but like he walks by like walking, and like his haunches like just slide on the ice. And I don't think Break immediately realizes that. But he ends up being friends with him, and he rides on his like collar, like psychic collar telepathy thing.
Yeah.
And we find out that they are gigantic. He's like Break is like sits on his shoulder.
Yeah. They're huge.
They're huge. I'm not sure what the
Huge.
cool collar thing is. Like maybe that helps them talk. Some sort of technology. But I can't remember what the conflict is here. Like I think the two become accosted by the Predacons.
It was partway through this episode.
And Break is like, I'll hold them off. You get out of here.
It was partway through this episode when my power went out.
Oh.
Folks, we missed last week recording. This episode is dropping 2 weeks after the previous one instead of 1 week. We missed last week because my power went out like just before we were going to start recording.
And the day before my power went out.
Yeah. So we ended up not being able to record that day. So here we are a week later. But so this was the episode that I was watching when the power went out, and it was around here that my power went out. And eventually I started like watching the rest of the episode on my phone.
Right.
While I was sitting at a pub that actually did have power for like a couple hours. So I actually don't remember a lot of like what happens in the rest of this episode.
Fair. Well, I think his name's Dead End, like arrives, and he's like, I'm gonna get the capsule for myself, and I'm gonna take you down with me for the love of the game. So this guy's a hater. He's just here to fight for the love of the game.
He's a
and
playa
thinks
hater.
that
The worst kind of hater.
And he's like, go on without me and like lit your passion, because at first he's like, I have to follow orders even if I die. And then Gomia or something like that, the little seal boy, is like, wait, I thought, why are you helping defend me? I thought you had to follow orders no matter what. Also, Break is full of shit. He like will say one thing 1 minute and then a different thing the other. And he's like, no, I've decided that saving like lives takes priority over my mission. I let the fiery passion of my heart decide what I do, and you should do the same.
Where it's like
And I'm
5
like,
minutes ago, he was talking about how his mission to find the angle
is like
Moy
the most
capsules
important.
is like worth dying for. And then like 5 minutes later, he's like, no, saving you is what's worth dying for.
Yeah. So
Fuck the
he
angle Moy
flip flops.
capsules.
Yeah, that's basically what he's like. It's not as important as like
The power of friendship.
the power of friendship. Eventually, though, during the fight, holes in the ice break, and Gamu like sinks into the water, and Break goes in after him, but he's being attacked like during this time, so he can't save him. And he's like, "Oh, I guess I'm going to die, younger brother. Oh, there's nothing I can do." And Break is like, "No, instead of giving him shitty like advice, being like, get in there, boy, and figure it out, you dumbass. He's all like, no, I believe in you. If you just believe in yourself, you can swim. You're really cool. I just met you, but I know we're going to be best friends. So with the power of positive encouragement, and yeah, I get it. It's a kid's show, so I'm lenient against it. He goes,
Yeah.
you know what? Maybe you're right. And then he like wakes up, doesn't accept his fate, and then swims better than his like older brother and helps Break fight off Dead End.
I've decided that I want to live.
We did it. It took 140 episodes, but we did it. I've decided that I want to live. Is the motivation here. That harkens back to
Oh yeah, that's an old one. It's
first half of season 1.
It's part of
Beast
the
Wars.
intro. It's part of the intro to the show, though. Which I might make a new
yes.
intro for the show soon. Maybe.
So, with his heart warmed and him finding like the fiery passion to like save his brother and save Break, all of the ice melts on the planet. And indeed, little seal, big seal guy, unthaws his brother, and his brother comes out of cryo and is like, "Wow, you're swimming, you're doing it, little bro, amazing."
I have a question for you as someone who is more versed in anime than I am.
Go on. Yes.
Why do characters in anime so often refer to each other as like little brother, older sister, instead of just calling them by name? I see that in anime a lot.
Yeah, and that's the direct words you'll hear is like "One-chan," right? And like stuff like that means like older brother, I think, or older sibling, right? And what's the younger sibling one? It's kind of like a way of, yeah, you're right, because we don't do that here. Like
No,
I
we
didn't
don't.
call my siblings like brother or sister.
Yeah.
I might say, oh no, yeah, like blah 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 is my like sister or whatever to someone else, but I wouldn't. It's a cultural thing, I think. Like we say mom and dad, right?
Yeah, but like
But we
I'm
don't
not.
say like brother.
Yeah, I'm not gonna call like my sister. I'm not gonna my sister Bonnie. I'm not gonna call her like I'm just gonna call her Bonnie. I'm not gonna like call her younger sister.
Younger sister.
Like-
One-chan. It's a cultural thing. Just more
it's
common.
But it's
there.
like why in the translation do they translate that over? Like why do they translate it directly instead of like
Oh, you mean like why don't they translate it to them calling each other just by their names?
Yeah, like
Because they want to capture like the essence of Japanese.
westernizing the dialogue. That's what I was trying to get out.
Why don't they, or why do they?
Why don't they westernize the dialogue? Why
Because
do
they want to capture some of like the Japanese culture, because a lot of the 90s and 2000s were about getting Westerners interested in Japanese culture, as well as like they were selling their culture as well as a product with anime, right?
Fair enough.
That's my theory. Yeah. Rather
I
than just westernizing it and being like, oh, Doug, oh, Kevin, I'm glad you're alive.
I read an interview with someone who worked as a back when it wasn't a very common job to have, but actually worked as like a translator for video games. Um, and he said like one of the mistakes that you see, like part of the skill in like being a translation writer is being able to essentially like westernize the dialogue, make it because like
Make
when
some
you
sense to Western audiences. Yeah.
exactly, yeah, because like when you do like a
Good
one
thing
to
we
one
got these donuts.
when you do like a one to one like direct like translation, which a lot of like people who do like fan subs will do,
Yeah.
um, it's usually the dialogue's usually really awkward because like you have you have to essentially like you have to listen or read or listen to the original dialogue and you have to rewrite it in English so that it makes sense in English while preserving the overall point of what the person is saying. I'm kind of awkwardly like getting this
No,
out.
no, I know what you mean. Like it doesn't work. A common one is like in Naruto. Um, like he says "Datebayo," and it's a famous like uh, I don't like Google kind of like does bad summaries or whatever, but it's like it's a made up verbal tick. And I'm like, oh yeah, I guess it is. But it doesn't have a direct English translation. Or if there might be something in Japan where it was like you call somebody like a respected like rival for word, but to translate that into English, it'll be like Naruto, you're my respected rival, like a brother to me. And it's like, what?
Yeah.
Like it
It's like people don't talk
it
like
breaks
that.
down and it doesn't exactly. So you have to be all like, oh look, I like you, but we're not friends.
Yeah.
That would be like the
That
translation, right?
that's the point that I'm trying to
The
make.
exactly right. And instead of just having him say date bio or whatever, and then needing to explain like every like 5 episodes why he says it in the English, he's famously known for saying believe it,
Yeah.
right? And then it changes throughout and they knock it down. He says it like less or whatever. And I'm fine with having like westernization translations or whatever, because otherwise it just breaks down and it kind of is.
And like things like, like slang, idioms, like those kind of things are like
Mhm.
usually pretty unique in like
No,
each
they are and they're
language.
regional.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and they're
exactly. Like
regional. So
there's
like
no translation for it, right?
like like when you're right when you're doing a like translating us like say a video game or an anime script, like you have to take those things into consideration and rewrite the dialogue essentially so that it makes sense to a Western audience. So
Not
my
only that, you're also matching it to their mouth. So
yeah.
something could be like 4 syllables in Japanese, and the only closest translation is like 5 syllables, 6, 7, 8. So
Yeah.
you completely have to change it, make it make sense in the story,
Hmm.
right? But it's saying something completely like different. So people will be like, hey, that's not what he said. He just said, hey, good luck out there. But in like Japanese, they said like this, and that actually means like, oh, I hope that you come back to us safely. But it's like, okay, he said good luck out there.
Yeah.
It's 4 syllables. You need to match the mouth.
The
And you
point is
can't,
the
you
same.
literally can't say exactly. You literally can't say, come back to us safely the next time I see you, or whatever huge thing it is. So like I feel for those like heavy scrutiny
Hmm.
of like the people that like have to go like through that shit. And it's just like, no, it's they need to change it sometime. Otherwise, the illusion that the English voice cast are even speaking as the characters is gone. then you're like looking at like bad like kung fu movies from like the 70s, right?
Yeah.
Right, which has its like charm, but that's not why people are watching it. The most famous one that's ridiculed often is like a Pokemon one where it's like, all right, now we can enjoy these jelly donuts, and he's holding a rice ball or something like
Yeah.
that. Like he's just holding like the triangular ones. What are those called? Can't remember what they're called right now, but he's just holding that, and I'm like, just say rice ball. Like kids know that people eat rice.
Yeah.
Oh boy, my favorite, jelly donuts. That's the funniest one to me. Anyways, there's our side rant about
Yes, we're kind of off in the weeds here, and we've been this episode's starting to run a little long, so we should
it's a longer one, yeah.
probably hurry along.
All right.
So yeah, at the end of the episode, yada yada yada.
Onigiri. That's what they're called. Yada yada. Guess what? Maximals get this one too.
Yeah, Maximals get this one.
They get this capsule. That makes 2
brother.
2-0.
Unfortunately, brother is alive. He's just thawed out of the ice, and
then him and his brother are best friends. He's not even angry that his brother magically froze the entire planet and almost killed him.
Yeah. On the too much energon scale, what are you giving this one?
I liked cute break. I like the him like waffling and being all like, actually, no, I follow what the fire in my heart says, and it says help you. Like you said, he's not the smart one.
No, it was Colada that I had originally said.
Or sorry, Colada. Yeah, well, Colada's not the smart one.
Oh, he's not the smart one.
Not even the second smart one.
I was very wrong about that.
Right? He's a snake that I just want to see a snake eat orange juice. That's what I wanted. And I'm like, what? Because if we recall from Beast Wars,
he's a snake who wants to eat all of the oil. Snake oil, if you will.
He doesn't want to sell it though.
No, he doesn't.
Unless.
Or maybe. We don't know.
We don't know because he never got it. What do I give this one? Oh, this might be a fuck. Because by the way, we skipped over it, but like same thing. The bad guy's getting away with it. I think maybe not. I can't remember how they get the capsule.
Oh,
I'm gonna say
one thing I want to bring up real quick is I've noticed a recurring thing in all of these episodes, and we haven't talked about it yet. Is at the end. I mentioned this on the last episode. Is at the end of every episode. Big Convoy will be like kind of debriefing.
Dramatic entrance. Yeah.
Well, he'll be
debriefing.
He'll be kind of debriefing his class at the end of each episode, and then all of a sudden the matrix in his chest will like glow,
and he will say some like inspiration.
He'll give like an inspirational speech, and then afterward he'll be like, "Huh, there I go again," like saying like a bunch of useless shit.
There I go again, saying something that's not like me at all.
Yeah.
So the implication there is that he's becoming a better or stronger leader and has these inspirational moments that are brought on by the matrix of what has he gotten him? The matrix.
He has a matrix. I don't know what he doesn't seem it, which is kind of weird because he doesn't seem very leaderly. So it's like, why would the matrix choose him?
Or maybe it's manifesting. Like maybe it's becoming a matrix of leadership.
Maybe. I think the matrix of leadership lore in the Japanese Transformers is different from Transformers the movie. But I'm not 100% sure about that.
Like it's not something that's a tangible thing that's passed down.
Yeah.
I guess we'll see. But it's unique. But yeah, multiple times at the end of each episode somewhere. He'll like walk away by himself. He's like, there I go saying wild shit again.
Yeah.
As if like he didn't mean to
I did it again. I went on another like pointless speech. I gave another pointless speech.
Oh, I went on about God when we were leaving planet God bless for a while there. That's not like me because I'm atheist.
Yeah.
So I don't know what to. I'm gonna give this. It's right in between the two because there's like cute parts. I really liked how like Colada span in a circle, went bah, and like spat out fire and like poked his head out when they were like trapped under a bunch of snow
Mm.
and like squirmed out. Because if he was a snake, he'd be like frozen first because they're cold blooded. Um, but like they're also transformers, and like they all kind of got out of the snow. I don't know. I'm gonna say a very, very low sufficient amount of energon.
A low sufficient amount of energon.
It almost got not enough
Oh,
energon.
wow.
Yeah. It gets a sufficient amount of energon for me.
I'm going to give it a high sufficient amount of energon.
Okay.
It would have been a too much energon if emo walrus boy's brother was actually like perma-dead, and he just had
And
to
he
like
just had to live.
he had to live
with
with that guilt for the rest of his fucking life.
Instead of the happy ending.
Yeah,
Yeah. Fair.
that's the episode of Beast Wars Neo that I want to see.
So it sounds like another unanimous
The
sufficient
planet
amount of
planet stays
energon.
frozen, and after the Maximals leave, he just decides to like slash his wrists or something because he can't
No,
take
what
it
happens
anymore.
is when they leave, the Angle the Moy capsule stops powering and everything begins to thaw. And he's thinking about like ending it all, and he like looks over and sees his brother's corpse wash up on like shore. And then he says, my brother wouldn't want me to do
Oh,
that.
okay.
And then he steps away from the edge and then just walks off into the sunset. And then like the credits like roll.
And just live. Wouldn't that be nice? Don't you think, Snake?
Don't you think, Snake?
Don't worry, I'm gonna choose life too.
As he's falling down.
That's a very, very inside joke between us,
the
but
inside joke.
there's a GIF that we like to use from the end of like Metal Gear Solid, the Twin Snakes, where it's like it's Otacon just like falling and rolling down a hill, and it's like, don't you think,
And
Snake?
I don't think it's it's like
It's actually Naomi. I watched the
that's
cutscene.
right, yeah.
It's Naomi narrating it, but I just like to, in my headcanon, like to imagine that GIF is Otacon just saying this with like perfectly like calm voice as
not
he's
going
like,
just a perfectly calm voice.
Don't
As
you
he's
think, Snake?
comically tumbling down the like icy path that him and
Yeah.
Snake are on. And I decided I'm going to choose life too. Don't know why that's funny. For
And
us.
just live. Don't you think, Snake? Oh, God.
Otacon.
Hey, we referenced Metal Gear Solid again.
Oh, I need to go to my board and go days without referencing Metal Gear.
Maybe we can use AI to like scan all of the podcasts and see like how many times we've referenced Metal Gear.
They can do,
they can
that's
do
right.
shit like that. Yeah,
They can be like, hey, look through the conversations in this YouTube playlist. Give them the link, and then be like, and see how many times they and highlight which episodes they do not mention The Dark Knight or Metal Gear Solid, or Highlander.
yeah.
Is it those three? What? Yeah, I think those are the big three.
There's others in there.
Probably others that we and let us let us know in which episodes which are mentioned, and we can like create a data point. Hell, if you're listening to this and we haven't done it yet, beat us to it. So
episode 4, hang in there, Stampy.
Yep.
I don't remember a lot about this one either.
So basically this one opens up, and I shit you not, they're playing with a gun. Break is like, all right, stand still, Colada, and I'm gonna shoot you. And he's like, okay, just do it. And then he like takes it and gets shot, and he's like, ow. All right, now, yeah, it's my turn. And they're playing with a fucking gun. They're like, all right, Stampy, it's
Very,
your turn.
very questionable, especially in the 1990s.
Uh,
This
I
was
was
like the
like, holy
decade.
fucking shit.
This was like the decade where like felt like every month or so you would hear on the news about some kid accidentally like blowing their brains out by playing with their
And be
dad's gun.
and the advertisements to be like, hey, parents, like lock away your like fucking gun, keep the ammo and like gun like in separate places. And
Yeah.
then also like TSA is being like, do not fucking play with guns. And a certain country that's known for their guns, the number one cause for like children dying like isn't cancer, it's not vehicle accidents, it's guns, whether like purposeful or not.
It was such a common thing that in the 1994 movie Stargate and later Stargate SG-1,
Oh
Colonel
shit, that's
O'Neill,
right.
yeah, Colonel O'Neill, his son, like accidentally like shot himself, like messing around with his gun. It was so common back
Oh
then that it was a
shit,
fucking
yeah,
plot point in Stargate.
yeah.
So to open this episode in 1999 with the Maximals just playing with a gun.
Which are depicted as like young adults or kids or teen, like
Yeah,
younger Transformers.
teenagers,
And
yeah,
then
with attitudes
Stampy being like,
and a
guys,
fucking
should we be
gun.
doing this? And by the way, it's not like one of their blasters on their body. And yeah, it looks like an alien blaster or whatever, but Break is holding it in his penguin form like a fucking gun, and it looks like a gun. And Stampy is like, oh, I don't want to. And then he jumps out of the way and they shoot and miss. Which is weird because didn't episode 1 be like, hey, you can't shoot any like weapons on the bridge?
Yes.
Huh, weird. But anyway,
Well, they're not
he
on the
jumps
bridge,
out of
are
the
they?
way. Colada wraps around Stampy because he's a snake and holds him, and they're like, quick, I've got him. Quick, shoot him. And I'm like, what the fuck? And then and like shame on the others for not like stopping this either. They
So
try to, or
is this supposed to be like some kind of hazing ritual?
the bullying. Um and I've kind of been not okay with like the bullying on the show, so this like amped this up, and I guess they stop it after this episode, thankfully. But they're like, oh come on, blah blah blah. The Tanuki guy, his name is Heinrad. They're like help us out or whatever, and he's like, oh I don't want anything to do with it. And then big convoy comes in and they all stop and they're like, hey, what's going on? And they're like, nothing. And they like look at like Stamping, they're like, you better not say anything, you fucking narc, otherwise we're gonna kill you.
Hey,
Like
what are you up to
bad
in
levels
here?
of
Nothing.
just gay stuff, nothing.
We're not doing anything.
We're not doing anything, totally not. Yeah. And I can't remember if anybody like tells on them, but eventually
Why are two of you not wearing any pants?
why are
It was hot
why
in
are
here.
two of you not wearing any pants, and why are you like holding Stampy down? And they're like, no reason. We're in beast mode, why would we have pants? And why aren't you wearing pants, big
wrestling.
convoy?
We're
We're
wrestling.
wrestling. We're Greco-Roman wrestling, you do it naked. And big convoy's like, okay. Like leaves. So we jump down and to a planet slash like asteroid kind of thing. It's got these big rocky pillars, it doesn't look inhabited. But they're like, hey, let's get the Anglemois and get the fuck out of here.
The planet Madarin.
Madarin, that's right. Madarin. They're like, wait. We got here first. We could just leave and grab it, but here's the thing: we need to stop fucking around with the Maximals. Like, we need to get them. We need to just take them out. Why don't we set up some traps?
I did find it funny that basically like one of the, I can't remember which one now, but one of the Predacons is like giving this pitch to Magmatron, and he's basically like, You know, it sure is weird that we keep like it sure is really inconvenient that we keep running into the Maximals like when we go exactly where they just happen to be. So
Looks like we're all looking for the same
maybe
thing.
we
So
should
should
do
we take
something
them
about that.
out? I don't know. Maybe we should. And Magmatron's like, make it
Why
so.
why didn't I think of that?
Genius. Why didn't
Kill
you think of this before?
kill
It's
the
simple.
Maximals?
We
It's brilliant.
kill the Maximals.
If you're good at something, never do it for free.
I was trying to think of a Dark Knight quote because I'm like, there's a good one in here. Why haven't you done it already? If you're good at something, never do it for free. So they set up these traps.
Yeah.
Which are like electrical, like paralyzing traps. Don't worry about it. Don't think too hard about it.
Mm-hmm.
The others are like, don't get in our way, you fucking narc, like pussy. You look
The
fucking
TF
wimp.
wiki says the traps are designed to put them into stasis lock.
Oh, okay, there we go.
So that makes sense.
There we go. And they're like, okay, can you give us use your mighty ear to like listen and tell us where it is? And we find out Stampy has like super hearing.
Well, there's another thing that's been going on throughout these episodes that we haven't touched on yet is the Predacon computer, D-Navi.
That's right, yeah.
Not Navi, D-Navi, because it's Navi, but for the Destrons.
Yeah.
She's really sassy and
She's kind of a like, fine, I guess I'll like teleport you back, like while they're on imminent death.
She's kind of sassy,
like
doesn't want to help them, and also she decides that she wants to be called Anastasia for some reason.
Is that this episode?
I can't remember if it was this one or the last one, but one of these 3 episodes, she is like, she gets really sassy and like doesn't want to help them, but then like says she'll only teleport them back if they agree to actually start calling her Anastasia.
Amazing.
Yeah,
I like that she holds that. Like she blackmails them. She's like, only if you stop dead naming me and call me Anastasia. And they're like, fine. Probably the best pred on the show so far is D-Navi.
Definitely the smartest one.
Yeah. And the sassiest.
Mm-hmm.
So Guile Dart is a big dick, this one. So what we find out, I'm gonna TLDR because it's repetitive. There's a group of 3 Maximals and a group of 3 Maximals. They're exploring because
a lot of the episode is just Stampy running back and forth.
It's Stampy dodging the stasis lock like electricity, and they're like, "Oh, please help us, Stampy!" And then Stampy's like, "Oh, the radio's like blocked. Like, oh, I'm gonna go and get help." And they're like, "Wow, running away again, like a little bitch." But like, if he tries to help, he'll just get and go into stasis lock too. So I'm really judging the intelligence of the other Maximals twice.
This happens. I was going to say this happens like a few times over in this episode where it's
he goes to the other Maximals to get help. He tries to warn them. They step in a trap, and then he's like, "Shit! I need to. All of you guys are in stasis. I need to go get Big Convoy." And they're like, "Wow, running away instead of like helping. I didn't think you were this cowardly, Stampy." And I'm like, it's proximity based. What the fuck do you want him to do? You fucking losers. Are all of you stupid?
Yeah.
They need to be, I guess.
Yeah.
And he can't message Big Convoy because of the storm on the planet. Even with Mighty Ear, he can't message him, and he's like, shit, I got to do it myself. And so he finds out that there are these like rock pillars, and that if he attacks them, he can disable like the stasis that's affecting the Maximals. We also see though that the Preds are finding the Maximals and being like, now it's time for us to finish them off. And so they just shoot them and be done with it, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, you need to torture them. You need to like kick them and call them a bitch and be like, quit hitting yourself. And they just mess with them. And indeed, when Magmatron shows up, is like, good. Grab them and put them all in an energy net.
That
And
that is kind of on brand for Beast Wars, though. Remember in like
it,
the first episode, the shields are down. Destroy them. Now, where's the fun
no,
in that? A little torment, I think. First, yes.
right? And in Beast Wars fashion, they grab both of the groups, all the other Maximals besides Stampy and Big Convoy, and they hang them in a net, like an energy net thing. And they're like, "Oh, I can't move an inch. Oh, this is terrible." And they're like, "Oh, yes." Or Magmatron shows up and he's like, "Oh, yes. Let us slowly lower them into lava, or let me savor their torment before they die." I'm not sure how they plan, but they're like punching them and kicking them, being like, "Yeah, yeah, how's that feeling, like a little bitch?" And then Stampy is like, "You know what? Big Convoy's not coming.
Not so tough now when you can't
Not
move,
so
are
tough
ya?
now, are you, Maximals? Huh?" And they like put out like a cigar on like Longrak's like neck. "How's it feel?" One of them like pulls down his pants and pees on them. Where we've mentioned pants twice, even though none of them wear pants ever. um, but Stampy goes, "You know what? There's nothing I can do while I'm hiding now. Now's my chance. There's Magmatron. If I take him out, the others will like run." I actually really liked this part. Stampy like charges forth out of nowhere, and they're like, "What? One of them's still around? Oh, it's the coward. He's like pointless." And he starts like fighting and like using his like blades on his like arms to try to like punch and slash Magmatron. Magmatron seems to respect that this dude is like taking him on solo. By the way, he can't even do any damage to him.
Mhm.
Much like Magmatron and much like Big Convoy, the lesser Predacons and Maximals can't, and Destrons can't hurt the leaders with their like normal weapons, right?
Mhm. They're too powerful.
They're too powerful. And he's like, "I'll give it to you, kid. You gave it your best shot." And then he like backhands him, and he gets like stasis too. And then others are like, "Huh, what a like little bitch. Let's
I
take
got
him out."
I gotta hand it to you, kid. You got spirit, see? You got spirit, and I like that. I like that a real lot, you know?
I
But it
like it.
ain't
You know,
gonna...
if my Preds was as half as brave as yours, maybe we would have taken over the galaxy by now.
But,
Unfortunately, you're damn stinking Maximal.
yeah, but end of the day, you're still a Maximal, see? So I'm just gonna have to give you the old knuckle sandwich.
You know, Joe and the boys are gonna have to take you out back. Go on, Guile, give him the dart. Uh,
These are
so
my men here. We call him Guile the Dot.
we call him Guile, the dart, and fucking
And,
I'm already
and
forgetting their names.
uh, Jimmy Saberback Santini.
Jimmy Saberback Santini.
We call him Saber
And
for short.
we call him Santana for sure. uh, so they end up like shooting him or electrocuting him or whatever, and then Q oh, but before he did his suicide attack, Stampy had gone to like a tall spire and shot this like weird little probe, like bird like probe thing, like out of like a flare gun thing, and it flew out of the atmosphere to deliver the message directly to the gung ho. So
The
he did get that message, Big Convoy, and he shows up.
it's it is called a spy shot.
Ooh, a spy shot. There it is. Yeah.
It was actually, according to the TF wiki, was made into a toy.
Oh, interesting.
Uh,
Um,
yeah.
so there's a fight here, and Big Cannon. This is interesting because this is the first time since the first episode where like Magmatron and Big Convoy are actually like meeting each other now.
Mm. Yeah, yeah.
Um, And so this is a little bit more tolerable because like the plot led up to how Big Convoy is showing up here, and Magmatron was actually involved. So like I don't have any problem with like the pacing and like what goes on in this one. Um and he frees the Maximals, and the Maximals all fight the Predacons with them, and it's like, Navi, get us out of here.
And she's
Um,
like, "What did I say?
what did I say?
Fine.
Navi was my slave name.
Anastasia, beam us up."
Fine. And
And
he's
she's
like,
like, "That's
okay,
better."
that's better, bitch. Um, beams him up. One of them is kind of left behind. It's like, what? You can't like leave me. And she's like, say my name. Say it.
Say
He's
it!
like, say it.
Another Dark Knight reference.
Fine, Anastasia. And she's like, you're goddamn right. That's a Breaking Bad reference.
Yeah.
And they get out of there. And then when they try to free Stampy, there's the implication that he may be dead. I mean, it's a kid show. We know he's not going to be.
Yeah.
But he fades and he's like, oh, I'm glad my message went through. And then his eyes kind of like dim, and they're like, you know what? Like we had said he's a coward, but like he wasn't. He was just careful. And when it mattered, he was braver than all of us. Oh, I'm sorry, I was playing with a gun earlier, Stampy. And Big Convoy's like, wait, what? And they're all saying they're like, oh, like we thought that you were just being smart instead of stupid like us or whatever. But we realized that they have a hot tub heal machine. I actually really like their like healing tank. Reminds me of like Starship Troopers when like
Oh, yeah, okay, I remember now. Yeah. Or it's like the tank in that Luke is floating in Empire Strikes Back after Han Solo rescues him.
yeah, it's like full of liquid and they've got like a breathing
Yeah.
mask. Yeah. And they're like, oh, when is he gonna recover? And they're like, oh, we're not sure. He's stable though. Um and It ends with him giving like a motivational speech being like, it goes to show that we none of us are weak together. If it wasn't for Stampy showing caution instead of blind like bravery, like all of you might have been destroyed. And so it's because of this, blah, blah, blah. And then he's like, huh,
Blah, blah,
there I
blah.
go saying some wild shit again.
Freedom
Now
is the
get
right
out of
of
here,
all
you
sentient
rascals.
beings.
Freedom is the right of all sentient beings, unless I give you one of these and one of these. Um, and the episode ends there. So that is hang in there, Stampy. Episode 4. Christopher, what do
Yes.
you give it on the too much energon scale?
Being that I didn't remember most of it, um I'm gonna give it not enough energon.
Oh, okay.
It
Not enough
was
energon for you?
a lot.
Forgettable.
It was pretty forgettable, and the stuff that I do remember, I didn't really like very much.
Mm,
It was a lot. It to me, it felt like a lot of just Stampy running back and forth.
fair.
Um, yeah, I don't have much more to say about it than that.
Hmm.
Not enough energon.
For me, because like I feel like this finally broke up the structure of just like, why isn't this person here? Like, why don't the rest of them come down? I feel like the plot of this one like made a lot more sense. Like he saw his friends going into traps. I liked the weird uh like not liked, but like was surprised by like the weird bullying shit going on at like the beginning.
Mm.
And I actually like was a little bit emotional about the whole like his friends thinking like, as he was like falling unconscious saying like nice things about him, and he showed up to actually like 1v1 like the Emperor of Destruction like himself.
After they had been going on about how cowardly he was.
Yeah, when none of like the when none of like the Destrons, the Predacons, I mean, would actually like face him like themselves. Um this actually gets too
Stampy,
much energon for
are
me.
you gonna you gonna let these fucking clowns like disrespect you like that? Because let me tell you, none of them, they ain't got the balls to stand up against me. They ain't got, but you got the balls. You got balls the size of fucking cannoli.
And you know what? Like I wish know this second to a big convoy, I'm gonna enjoy killing you the most. Nothing personal, kid. But yeah, this one gets too much energon for me because
Huh.
the structure made sense. Stampy's power to like hear like long distances or weak radio waves came into play. Um, it dealt with a real thing that's like, hey, don't fucking like bully people just because they're quiet or like they don't want
Mm.
to be shot or whatever,
Yeah.
right? And I really
Wild.
liked that
Wild that
heartfelt
such people
ending.
exist.
And big convoy actually like showing up like made sense there. Magmatron's exchange with big convoy, um like I liked, like he was actually involved in the plot for once. And then like them actually being like, oh, he's taken out for a while, like he's in like a healing like tank. Like I was like, oh, like I liked all of this. This was like a sci-fi one, and it made sense why like the gung-ho like didn't receive any messages, and I just liked the structure of it all. But I liked like the heart of Stampy. So this one gets too much energon for me.
Sweet. Well, there it is, folks. That was episode 153 of Too Much Energon. If you want to support the show, go to patreon.com/lazorcomb, LAZORCOMB. Starting at the $5 tier, you get our bonus weekly-ish Patreon exclusive podcast, the Cal and Siege Super Show. At $10 tier, you get that. You get the occasional commentary track, and you get the ability to pick a show for us to review on our other podcast, The Block Brothers Show. There's also a $20 tier with a bunch of other goodies attached to it. So if you want to get in on that, go to patreon.com/lasercomb. Join the Discord if you want to interact with us. Link in the description of this episode, as always. We will be back next week with episode 154 of Too Much Energon, where we're going to be talking about episodes 5, 6, and 7 of Beast Wars Neo. And until then, I've been one of your hosts, Christopher Siege.
And I'm your other host, Neo Stampy Cal.
And until next time, Henshin.
Henshin.
I saw an article today that was actually called back to the whole like giant enemy crab $599 thing. And I think the name of the article was like Sony has just made its biggest blunder in 20 years.
Yeah, it's funny how the masses will turn on you.
Yeah, like I said, it's funny to watch the pendulum swing between like which is the cool system.
Being
to have.
old enough to even understand that too.
Yeah. It's kind of ironic, or it's funny because like I actually don't give a shit about physical
Neither
games
do I.
going anywhere. I buy them digitally. It's just more convenient.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like I'd much rather just like I don't know, especially with my schedule and like kind of living like as far out as I do. I'm like if I just decide suddenly that I want to play like whatever game at like 3 in the morning after I get off work, I can just turn on the PlayStation Store and just
Without
buy
fucking
it
around and yeah.
and download it. I have fast internet, so it'll download within like 5 minutes.
You know what it is? It's with the almost simultaneous release. Statement that they had to make when they had to like remove, they lost some licensing or something, and they
Yeah.
had to like remove like a few hundred TV show and movie titles from like people's libraries.
It was like over 500 from movies that are owned by Studio Canal.
Mm. And even if nobody had any of those movies, right? Even if it affected like 2% of people that owned a PlayStation, um, that in combo with there's the PS6 is going to be discless. That made like a perfect like fire, being like, oh, not only can they take away whatever they want from your digital library, and they will, but like, also now you won't have physical versions, so like and there's arguments to be made for like some people, like if you're the type of person who plays a game for like a year and then you like sell it for half of what it's worth, or you trade games with people,
Mm.
right? Like I've traded like newer games for newer games with people, right?
I have in
That
the past too. I don't anymore, but
yeah, and the option of that um is funny. I also think it's funny that like people are like, oh shit, it's like GameStop is gonna have to become just a toy company now. And I'm like, have you been in a GameStop?
I was in an EB
One
Games
wall is
fucking
Funko
yesterday.
Pops. One wall is Funko Pops. One wall is socks and backpacks and hats and t-shirts. And like the other one is like a bunch of like different niche like toys, like wrestling and anime waifus. And they have manga
I
in the
I was
hillside
in
one.
I was in I was in EB Games in Mayfair yesterday. I went to Mayfair to get a new pair of shoes.
Hell yeah.
And they're pretty sick. I'll send you a picture of them. But yeah, I went into an EB Games while I was there, while I was at Mayfair, and I went in there looking for Transformers, but fuck me, I also like went into a video game store to kind of just look at video games too. The PlayStation section is the bottom like third of a wall in the corner going to the floor.
Shamefully hidden.
Three shelves of PS5 games, one shelf on the bottom of PS4 games. The Xbox game section was one rack on one of those like center racks like in the middle of the store. It was like one half
An
of one
end cap.
side.
Yeah.
Not an end cap, but it was like one half of like one side of one of
Oh.
these like shelves.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And I was like, wow.
Fuck me for wanting to go into some of the best games I've just randomly found in like video game stores. I'm like, oh, what is this? Oh, it's on sale for $30. Oh, it's like all three, like the first, second, and third of the games, like trilogies. And like it's very rare, but like very often you can find like sales or deals that you wouldn't like digitally.
Mm.
And when you reduce competition, prices go up in a capitalist system, no matter what. It's just how it is.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Um, and for some reason, well, unless you're like Steam could have been a lot more scummier over the decades. I'll say that much. But
I'll give Steam credit. They are, for the most part, a fairly consumer-friendly platform.
like you
They
can play a
have,
game for like almost 2 hours and like return it and be like, I don't know, kind of lame. And it's like,
yeah,
there you go.
as long as it's within like, I think 2 weeks and you play a game for less than 2 hours, you can get a
Yeah,
refund for like any reason.
basically, yeah.
The games go on sale like games go on sale all the time. Prices drop like pretty quick. Uh, when they delist games, like they still leave them in your library. Whereas like with Xbox and PlayStation, it's kind of 50-50. Like
Mm.
sometimes when games, well, most of the time when games get delisted, they will stay in your library, but not always.
Oh,
Whereas with Steam, every game I've ever encountered that's been delisted will stay in your library.
oh, cool. I did not realize.
Um, but yeah, so I'll give they're a fairly consumer friendly platform. I'll give them that.